Hello everybody, welcome to Cherrywood Live, episode 101. Merry Christmas! Christmas in July. We are going to pretend that Christmas is coming so that you can start your projects now in July and have plenty of time to get them finished for Christmas. Hi, I'm Karla Overland and I am the owner of Cherrywood Hand-Dyed Fabrics. We are in Brainerd, Minnesota. And that's just north of Minneapolis. And we have been doing these live videos and selling shows for almost 2 months now. And it's always a learning experience, and we're so happy that you're here joining us. I'm actually running solo tonight because I'm going to see if I can figure this stuff out all by myself without Lorene. So again, welcome. And some of you might be watching me on the Quilter Shopping Network, which is a brand new platform that several of us vendors that can't get to quilt shows anymore, we're taking advantage of this wonderful platform so that we can sell our stuff directly to you. So we're glad you're here. The first thing I would like to talk about is how to purchase the things that I'm going to show you on our live sales. Everything is on our website, but there are certain items that are only available during the live sale, or for the week. We'll have weekly features, and several of the things I talk about in these live sales are very limited quantities. In fact, there could be just one of some things. So you will want to grab it right away when you see it, because there may not be any left. So I'm going to do a little demo of what our website looks like. If you are watching me on a home computer, I suggest that if you split the screen, and you can have one screen watching me, and you could have the Cherrywood website up next to it, so that if you see something, you can find it right away and click through our website while I talk. And our website is cherrywoodfabrics.com. And let me give you a little demo. So here is our home page. Anytime you need to get back to the home page, just click on this large graphic. And the navigation up above is the main navigation where you do your shopping. You can learn our story and our history. The challenges tab at the top here will direct you to all of the challenges and information about past and present contests. The calendar will show you where we are vending at quilt shows once they are back up and running, and any other presentations or classes, you can check it out there. And another good way to keep on top of things is just sign up for our newsletter, because we announce a lot of things to the newsletter people first, like what the challenge is going to be. And then make sure you read the information under washing, and that is just going to help keep your Cherrywood looking wonderful. And then our contact information and shopping cart. Now the navigation down here is where you're going to be doing most of your shopping. You can either look at all of the items all at once, but they're going to be in random order. Or you can shop by the size of the bundle, the number of colors that are sold as a collection, either the 12-step, 8-step, or 4-step. And each of these bundles, when you click on it, you can select what size bundle you would like, fat quarter, half yard, or full yard. This is our yardage page. We have 40 colors that are designed to complement our gradation bundles, and just beautiful colors that are popular. Click here to see all of my exclusive patterns that I designed just for Cherrywood, and also other pattern designers that we carry the patterns and kits. If you see the word kit, that means that the pattern is included, but you can also order the pattern alone in either a printed physical pattern or a PDF digital download. And this is where you're going to go to buy your Cherrywood Diana Challenge bundles and rulers so that you can enter the contest. Also, any past bundles of and books and posters and all that good stuff relating to our challenges. But this is the tab here that we're going to be talking about and where you want to go after the sale, or if you want to look at it during the sale. These are the products that I will be talking about that have very limited quantities, if not one-of-a-kind pieces. The pricing, any specials are going to happen on this tab. There, now you can see me. Christmas in July. I am so excited. I have a brand new pattern and kit to show you, and it came together. I designed a lot of patterns, but usually the inspiration maybe doesn't hit me so hard, but all of the stars aligned at once and this pattern came together, and it is called Chill, and it's kind of big for the screen here. It's a wall hanging, hasn't been quilted yet, but is on a buffalo check background. And some of you may remember seeing that buffalo check background on the previous live shows. Now ignore the white around the border. It's just put on a design wall. So that's the border, there is no white border on it. And down at the bottom here, we have the word chill. So this pattern and kit, fabric kit, are available for $75. And this may look like a buffalo check blanket or flannel, but it is sewn together out of 3 colors of cherry wood, and I just love the effect of it. And then the trees here, these are all fused on, and I used a Heat and Bond light. So again, this was really fun. I actually stayed up until 3 o'clock in the morning once the idea came to me. And I know a lot of people are kind of interested in how a quilt design comes together. So let me kind of show you my process. Again, this pattern is called Chill, and the pattern is $10, and the fabric kit and pattern together are $75. This is the inspiration that started the whole thing. I collect these wooden trees that are made out of all sorts of different woods by John Thompson, and I have had sketches in my sketchbook of them a long time. And then I remembered that we had put together from our free gingham pattern, we put together this buffalo check for my Minnesota episode. So I took a photo of that quilt and started playing with paper. And then I moved to the actual quilt and bigger chunks of paper and decided that I needed a word in it. And then I moved to the computer so I could quickly change the words and the size and the colors of the trees and test out a whole bunch of designs before finally settling on one word. Then I drafted the templates and moved to fabric. So I hope you enjoyed that little video. Now, cherrywood fabric, whoa, this is pretty big. Cherrywood fabric is all hand dyed. And it has this beautiful texture that makes it look like suede. So we dye all this fabric right here in the studio. In fact, I'm right next to some of the washing machines that we use. And we start out with 100% cotton muslin. And we have several steps along the way that involve a lot of washing. So by the time you purchase cherrywood, it has been pre-shrunk and it has been through several hot washes, and we use Synthropol to get rid of any excess dye in the dyeing process. And we do recommend to pre-wash your fabric. Oops, there's my fun little tree. pre-wash your fabrics at home because your water is different than our water. Once I get a quilt together, I can always see where I could improve. So I am going to change those drippy snow patches to icicles. So I think that might look a little better and be a little bit easier to cut out. So we'll just set that right there. Chill. Actually, let's set it right here. I did have ideas for different words that I was going to put on there. Like, since we're from Minnesota, we have a lot of Scandinavians, so ufta, you betcha, things like that. How many people out there say ufta when they drop something? A lot of people up here in Minnesota say ufta for pretty much everything. It's kind of that's kind of our cute little swear word. Now, another Christmassy pattern that maybe it doesn't have to be Christmas, but we carry Victoria Finlay Wolf's Star Storm patterns, and it comes in 2 sizes: a large, very large pattern, and then she came out with a mini Star Storm, which is kind of cool. It's a little more flexible for smaller gifts. And I have my first mini Star Storm here. And since our 8-step gradations look so beautiful, you know, when they're in order, I kept them in order. This is a combination of 2 8-step gradations. This is winter, no, not winter. What's this called? Midnight Garden is these 8 colors here. And then Forest Floor is here. So I wanted to get the effect of dark, light, dark, light. It depends on how you look at it. It's a little bit of an optical illusion, but I just think it's so cool to put 2 gradations together and see how they play together. There is something about cherrywood that all colors go together. It's that texture. Now, this has been quilted and washed, so that's why it's a little bit puckery, and I use cotton batting. So I really like to use cotton batting with cherrywood. It helps, gives that wonderful texture after you wash it, and it keeps it nice and soft and supple, and shows off your quilting stitches, like I said. And here's the back. I had some extras that I pieced in the back to use it up. Now, stars obviously can be turned into Christmas stars. So we use the same pattern. Okay, first I should say the price on this pattern is $18.50 for the mini, and the large size is $21.50. And I will show you what you get in the pattern. It's designed and written by Victoria Finlay Wolf, who was from Minnesota. And we've known her for a long time. Minnesota girls, I'll visit her in New York City, and sometimes she visits us here. And this is one of her wonderful patterns, very well written. And it comes with all these large, ooh, that's kind of shiny, large paper templates. And this end here is kind of funky, but it's really ingenious how this is put together. In fact, I should open this up, and kind of gives you a better idea. And there's only 2 of these wedges, but depending on the position, you either fold this part down or that part, and then that's one wedge, and every other one you use that template, and then for the opposite you use the other template. I am offering a cherrywood Star Storm workshop coming up here soon, because I think this would be really fun for us to get together, sew together, and can kind of see what other people are doing, how they're going to lay out their colors. And yeah, it's going to be fun. It'll be my first online workshop. I haven't quite honed in on the dates yet, but hopefully I will either get that flashed or put up on our Facebook page, or I will let you know as soon as I can. But I think I might actually sew in my home studio, so you can come see my house and we will sew together. And if you want to do Christmas colors, that's great. I have actually put together a few graphics of ideas for different colorways that would be fantastic. But first I should show you the oh my gosh. First, I should show you the large version. That's hard to say. It is so big that, of course, I can't hold it up. So it's hanging on the back side of our little booth here, and I will show you a photo of it. So the large star storm pattern is 2150, and I have another version done here with 8-step gradations put together. The lighter gradation is our Copenhagen, and one day I realized that the colors in Copenhagen and the colors in Madagascar complement each other. It's kind of like a light and dark of each other. So of course I can't show you the whole thing, but here's a little bit of it. A star in the middle, and try it again to do that light and dark. And I'll flash a picture of the complete quilt up as we talk about it. But as you can see here, this is my Copenhagen bundle. Blues, greens. This is kind of a nice soft, kind of dusty rainbow really. And then that was paired with Madagascar, which is more intense. A peacock blue through teals and greens, and then it goes into golds and rusts. So when I'm talking about gradations, I sit down on paper first. I figure out the formulas on how to get these specific colors, mathematically, basically. But when you test colors in dye and actually do a whole batch, sometimes that mathematically doesn't work. So there's a lot of tweaking, adjusting so that the colors change as smoothly as possible. I like to get a nice, beautiful gradation, and I can see it in my head. So I'm pretty picky about the steps in the gradations, which means if it doesn't turn out, it ends up in a grab bag, which are wonderful things to collect. So again, this is the large star storm, and that is on our website for $21.50. And we have kits in this colorway, the Copenhagen and the Madagascar. We have kits in the hand-picked colors that Victoria put in her star storm. Nice bright colors chosen for you by Victoria herself. And that is on our website under the Live tab. Here is a light version. I used our Potter's Wheel 8-step gradation with the Arizona bundle. And I changed the way they're laid out so that it creates a aqua blue star that jumps out across the whole quilt. So you can either make that star jump out with a single color that goes all the way around. It's hard to explain, but it really lends itself to some pretty cool effects. And that's why I think our workshop will be so much fun, because everybody will have a different colorway, and the way you plan it, I think the hardest part is just planning the colors. but once you get sewing, it goes together super fast. So I hope you will sign up for that workshop. And I'll take this one down. It lends itself very well to sports themed ideas or sports colors. So here I've done a Dallas Cowboy star, and wouldn't this be a wonderful gift for the sports fanatic in your life that has not been able to watch any live sports for months now? Now this one is a little different, since I wanted the center star to be solid rather than piecing several strips of the same color together. I thought, well, that's kind of a waste of time. So I combined those shapes and made myself a new template so I could just cut one big piece for the center star. So I've been playing around with different sports colors, and we'll show you what we've got available. Great for graduation school colors. My daughter's going to North Dakota State University, so I like the gold and green one. And again, if you want to do a wedge like this and you're not quite sure, you can drop me an email and I'll explain how I did that. So that's the Mini Starstorm, one of the versions of kits that we have available at cherrywoodfabrics.com. Does anyone have any questions? You can type your comments in as you're watching, and if I don't get to it, I can see the comments, but it's really hard to watch the comments and look at you at the same time. So I do go through the comments afterwards and try to answer all the questions. Here's our next Christmas quilt. This is called Round and Round, and it's a cute little wreath. And it is made from an 8-step gradation of our Meadow bundle, fat quarters, and our Salsa Red, or actually it's our Scarlet, and then a pewter background. Now I quilted this one, and I hope you can kind of see that it's supposed to be like holly and berries. And then, depending on how you look at it, I kind of like it like this. I wanted it to look like it was on a wooden door. So this block is actually taken from a larger full-scale quilt pattern that we have, and it's just one block. So from the photo you can see now, it can be a lap quilt or a queen quilt. And can you imagine just making more blocks like this and joining them together? So this could be a wall hanging. It could be a really big pillow on your couch. A nice quick gift to show off your sewing skills. And again, it's called the Round and Round Mini Wreath Quilt Kit. It is $63.50. And we do have a limited number of kits that we put together. It includes the pattern, and it also includes the backing. So you get the top, the binding, and the backing fabric included. Now, most of our kits do not include backing. We just worry about the top and the binding. But this particular kit for $63.50 gives you everything. All you need is the batting, the thread, and the time to do it. Now, because this is a limited time and we're doing Christmas in July, we are going to put these on sale just for the next 48 hours. And we are going to have these kits available at $10 off. So you can get this for $53.50 if you order now. Get it into your shopping cart and take care of it so you can get that discounted price of $53.50. And that will go through, let's see, today's Thursday, so 48 hours. So Saturday at 7 o'clock Central Time you've got, but just buy it now so that you make sure that you get one. Bet you've always wondered what the kitchen looks like at Cherrywood. Here it is, our break room, kitchen, meeting room, entertaining room, and oftentimes overflow work room. Here's Lorene going through all of the Prince Cherrywood Challenge quilts that are being sent back to the artists. They had been traveling for 2 years. Pretty incredible journey they've had, and their time has come to an end. So we are boxing them back up and sending them back to the artists. Over 160 quilts. And we keep all of the boxes that the quilts come in because when we get to this point, we don't want to have to go out and buy more boxes. So we have stored these boxes for 2 years, and now they are coming back to you. Everything again is on our website, cherrywoodfabrics.com. And we dye all of this fabric ourselves. So we keep pretty busy. We used to be packing for shows all the time, but now we're prepping for these live events. And it's really kind of cool to realize that I'm looking at a little tiny camera, but there could be hundreds or thousands of you on the other side of my camera. And I'm glad that you joined with me tonight in celebrating Christmas in July. And I hope you find some time for yourself to sew. And that's about it. So join me next week. I look at my calendar here. Next week, we are going to be talking about cherry rolls. That'll be the feature for next week's episode. So thanks again and have a good night.